Beloved, the moment you understand your own worth, you place an invisible shield around your life that no one can penetrate. People may try to take advantage, to manipulate, to bend your spirit to their will, but they cannot succeed when you stand firmly in the truth of who you are. There is a power in knowing that you are a unique expression of life, a divine force that cannot be diminished or used without your conscious consent. Many allow themselves to be used because they have not yet claimed their inner authority. They give away their energy, their time, their talents, hoping for approval or love. But life is not meant to be lived as a shadow of another's desires. You are a radiant being, and your energy is sacred. When you refuse to be borrowed or borrowed upon, the universe aligns itself with your protection, placing only those in your path who honor you and your gifts. Know this: no one can use you if you are fully aware of your own power. Speak your truth quietly but firmly. Stand with a calm authority that is unmistakable. The one who knows their own value does not argue, does not plead, does not beg. They simply exist in such fullness that others either rise to meet them or step aside. There is a magnetism in this state, a clarity that repels all attempts at misuse. Release the need to justify yourself or to explain your boundaries. Life is abundant, and those who would try to use you are merely passing figures in a much larger divine plan. When you honor your own energy, opportunities arrive that are respectful, empowering, and aligned with your highest good. The key is a conscious refusal to allow depletion of your life force. Protect it as you would a treasure, for indeed it is the treasure of your life. Remember, the universe works with those who honor themselves. When you walk with dignity, integrity, and self-respect, you create a force field around your life. They cannot use you because you are not available to be used. You are available only to express your highest potential, to shine your light, and to live freely. Let your yes be powerful and your no be unshakable, for in this sacred power lies the truth of why they can never use you. You are a sovereign being, and life conspires in your favor when you claim this sovereignty. Walk in it boldly, speak it silently with your heart, act from it daily, and know that every attempt to manipulate or take advantage of your spirit will simply bounce back, returning to its origin, leaving you untouched, free, and gloriously unstoppable. Claiming your worth is the first and most essential step to living a life free from the exploitation and manipulation of others. It begins with the quiet recognition that you are a divine expression of life, that your existence carries purpose, beauty, and value that no one can diminish. Too often, people drift through life unaware of their intrinsic power, allowing their energy, time, and talents to be borrowed by those who may not honor them. They seek approval, validation, or affection from others who do not have their best interests at heart. Yet, the moment you recognize the value of your own spirit, the rules of engagement in life shift entirely. You no longer live to serve the expectations or demands of others. Rather, you live as a conscious co-creator of your own destiny, understanding that every interaction, every choice, every thought either affirms your worth or diminishes it. To claim your worth requires an inner awakening to the truth that you are inherently sufficient, complete, and capable. It is not dependent on external approval, material success, or the opinions of those around you. This sufficiency is a force field that radiates outward, and it begins with self-respect. When you respect yourself, you establish boundaries that are non-negotiable. You no longer allow your kindness to be mistaken for weakness, your generosity for exploitation, or your patience for passivity. People are naturally drawn to those who respect themselves because there is a vibrational quality in such beings that commands acknowledgement without demand. It is the silent but unmistakable authority of someone who knows they are priceless and who does not need to explain, defend, or justify their presence in the world. Many fall into the trap of undervaluing themselves because they have been taught, subtly or overtly, that their needs, desires, or abilities are secondary. They may have been told, "You should be grateful," or "Don't make waves," or "You're not good enough," and in believing these words, they unconsciously give away their power. Claiming your worth is an act of liberation from these imposed limitations. It is a declaration that your energy belongs to you, and that you alone have the authority to determine how it is used. When you speak, act, and think from this place of inner sovereignty, life responds with opportunities, relationships, and circumstances that reflect this respect back to you. Those who would take advantage naturally fall away, because they cannot penetrate a spirit that honors itself. The process of claiming your worth also involves cultivating self-awareness. It requires you to recognize when you are being drained, when your time is being stolen, when your talents are being exploited, or when your kindness is being manipulated. In these moments, the power lies in your awareness. Simply acknowledging that you deserve better creates an immediate shift in energy. It is as though life itself honors the decision, aligning circumstances that reinforce your boundaries and draw the right people toward you. Awareness without judgment is key, for it allows to see clearly who and what aligns with your highest good and who does not. You no longer enter situations blindly or out of habit. You move with intention, discernment, and confidence. Another important aspect of claiming your worth is the language you use, both inwardly and outwardly. Your thoughts and words shape your perception of yourself and how others perceive you. When you consistently affirm statements like "I am worthy of respect," "My energy is valuable," and "I will not allow myself to be used," you are reinforcing your own sense of sovereignty. These affirmations are not empty phrases. They are vibrational declarations that resonate with your inner truth and create a magnetic field of self-respect. Over time, this practice trains your mind to recognize what is aligned with your highest good and what is not, making it easier to set clear boundaries without guilt or hesitation. Claiming your worth also involves the courage to release the fear of rejection or disapproval. Many allow themselves to be used because they fear that saying no or asserting their value will result in conflict, abandonment, or loss. Yet, the universe conspires to support those who honor themselves. When you let go of the fear and stand firmly in your value, you create a protective energy around yourself that cannot be violated. Life provides circumstances that mirror your self-respect, drawing in people who recognize your worth and eliminating those who do not. This is not about arrogance or separation. It is about alignment with the natural law that energy attracts its equal. When you value yourself, others are guided to value you as well. A critical dimension of claiming your worth is understanding that it is not measured by what you do for others, but by the awareness and respect you maintain for your own spirit. Generosity, kindness, and service are beautiful qualities, but they must stem from a place of abundance and choice, not obligation or fear. When you recognize that your energy is sacred, every act of giving becomes an empowered action rather than a drain on your life force. You no longer allow manipulation to masquerade as gratitude or loyalty, for you see clearly the difference between genuine exchange and exploitation. This clarity brings freedom. It allows you to operate from a place of integrity, where your gifts flow naturally and your boundaries are honored without negotiation. In claiming your worth, you also begin to notice a shift in how the world responds to you. People who previously sought to use or diminish you begin to sense an energy that they cannot manipulate. They may test boundaries, yet those who are committed to respecting themselves respond with quiet firmness rather than defensiveness. You will find that your relationships, business dealings, and interactions become more respectful, more mutually beneficial, and more aligned with your purpose. Life has a way of honoring those who honor themselves, and this principle cannot be broken. Your worth is a constant, unwavering energy that informs every choice, every action, and every thought you hold about yourself and the world around you. The process of claiming your worth is ongoing, a daily practice of awareness, affirmation, and conscious boundary setting. It is a declaration to the universe that your spirit is not for sale, that your energy is not to be depleted by those who do not recognize your value. As you consistently reinforce this truth, you begin to notice subtle shifts. Doors that once remained closed open effortlessly, interactions that once felt draining become empowering, and opportunities that align with your highest good appear in abundance. Claiming your worth is not about selfishness. It is about recognizing that you are a vital, creative force in the universe, deserving of respect, love, and recognition simply because you exist. When you fully embody the knowledge of your worth, you move through life with a quiet confidence that is unmistakable. Others may try to challenge it, question it, or undermine it, yet your awareness and steadfastness act as a shield. You no longer engage in endless explanations or seek approval from those who do not have your best interests at heart. You understand that your time, your talents, and your energy are precious, and that protecting them is a sacred responsibility. In doing so, you not only prevent others from using you, but you also create space for true allies, opportunities, and blessing. NGS to enter your life. Claiming your worth transforms every aspect of your existence, bringing clarity, empowerment, and a deep sense of alignment with the life you are meant to live. Standing in quiet authority is one of the most powerful ways to prevent others from using or manipulating you. This authority is not loud or demanding. It is calm, unwavering, and rooted in the knowledge of your own worth and inner power. Many people mistake authority for force, for domination, or for the need to control others, but true authority arises naturally when you are fully aligned with your values, your truth, and your highest potential. When you stand in quiet authority, your presence alone commands respect. You do not need to argue, to explain, or to justify your boundaries because the clarity and firmness of your energy communicate your position without a single word. Life responds to this energy, and people instinctively recognize that you are not available to be used, that your spirit is sovereign and cannot be bent to the will of another. To stand in quiet authority, you must first cultivate an inner stillness. This stillness is the foundation of power because it allows you to observe situations without being emotionally swept away by them. Those who are easily swayed by the opinions or actions of others are vulnerable to manipulation. They react impulsively, speak hastily, and allow their energy to be depleted by forces that do not honor them. Quiet authority is rooted in patience, reflection, and self-possession. It is the ability to respond rather than react, to act from a place of clarity rather than fear, and to maintain composure even in the face of provocation. When you embody this stillness, you create an invisible boundary that others cannot cross without your permission. Another key aspect of quiet authority is confidence in your decisions. People who hesitate, waver, or constantly seek approval for their choices inadvertently signal that their energy is available to be influenced. Authority arises when you act decisively, guided by your inner wisdom and the knowledge that your needs, your values, and your boundaries are valid. This decisiveness does not come from arrogance or rigidity. It comes from a deep alignment with your truth and a clear understanding of the consequences of your choices. The moment you make a decision from this place, your energy radiates certainty, and those around you instinctively recognize that your path is not for negotiation. They either respect it or move aside, and in this way, standing in quiet authority protects you from being used or manipulated. Language plays a critical role in establishing quiet authority. The way you speak, the tone you use, and the words you choose can either empower you or weaken you. Authority is not about raising your voice or issuing threats. It is about clarity, calmness, and conviction. Simple, confident statements such as "I will do it this way," "that is not acceptable to me," or "I choose to focus on what serves my highest good" carry far more weight than long explanations or pleas for understanding. Those who are grounded in quiet authority do not over-explain, because over-explaining signals uncertainty. They state their boundaries and intentions clearly, and allow their energy to carry the message. This creates an environment in which others instinctively adjust their behavior to align with your standards, rather than attempting to manipulate or take advantage. Standing in quiet authority also involves nonverbal communication. Your posture, your gaze, your gestures, and even the rhythm of your movements contribute to the sense of presence and power that others perceive. When you walk with confidence, hold yourself with dignity, and maintain a calm composure, you communicate that you are not available to be disrespected or used. This energy resonates on a vibrational level, influencing those around you even before a word is spoken. People sense the strength of your inner foundation and are naturally guided to treat you with respect. Quiet authority is subtle, yet incredibly effective, because it operates from a place of authenticity and alignment rather than coercion. Another dimension of standing in quiet authority is emotional mastery. Those who allow their emotions to dictate their responses often give away their power. Anger, fear, frustration, or insecurity can be sensed by others, and these emotions can invite attempts at manipulation. Authority arises when you can feel your emotions fully, acknowledge them, and choose not to act from them impulsively. This does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means using discernment, reflection, and self-control to respond in ways that honor your boundaries and reinforce your value. The ability to remain composed, to observe rather than react, and to respond with clarity is the hallmark of someone who commands respect naturally. Standing in quiet authority also requires discernment in choosing the company you keep. Surrounding yourself with people who recognize and honor your boundaries reinforces your energy and strengthens your sense of authority. Conversely, habitual exposure to those who seek to manipulate or drain you can weaken your presence over time. Authority is amplified when your environment supports your inner power, when your relationships are aligned with mutual respect, and when your interactions reinforce your value rather than challenge it. By consciously curating your associations, you create a network of energy that amplifies your quiet authority and further protects you from exploitation. In addition, standing in quiet authority involves consistent alignment with your purpose and values. When your actions, words, and decisions reflect a clear sense of mission, there is an unmistakable energy of authenticity that others cannot challenge. Authority is magnetic when it is anchored in truth. People intuitively sense when someone is aligned with therein. Our guidance, and this alignment radiates a force that is both protective and empowering. Those who attempt to manipulate or take advantage of such a person quickly realize that their influence is ineffective, because the authority emanates from an inner alignment that is unshakable. Another important aspect of quiet authority is the refusal to engage in power struggles. Those who are constantly arguing, debating, or attempting to prove themselves often surrender their energy to others. Quiet authority, by contrast, does not need to prove itself. It exists as a stable, unwavering force that communicates its position effortlessly. By refusing to be drawn into conflict, by maintaining composure, and by acting from a place of clarity, you preserve your energy and reinforce the respect that others naturally give. This strategic restraint enhances your authority, demonstrating that your power is inherent and does not depend on the approval or compliance of others. The practice of standing in quiet authority also strengthens over time through consistent self-discipline and self-awareness. Each moment in which you honor your boundaries, respond with composure, and act from alignment with your truth reinforces this authority. It becomes a habit, a natural state of being that permeates every interaction and decision. The more you practice, the more effortless it becomes, and the more clearly others perceive your inner power. You begin to notice that people who once tried to manipulate now approach with respect, seeking guidance or partnership rather than control, because your energy signals that exploitation is impossible. Furthermore, standing in quiet authority invites the flow of opportunities, blessings, and positive circumstances. The universe responds to those who maintain integrity, clarity, and composure. When you act from this empowered state, you attract situations and people who honor your presence and support your growth. The energy of quiet authority is magnetic and aligns you with what is meant for your highest good. Those who are not aligned naturally fall away, leaving you surrounded by experiences that reinforce your sense of empowerment and security. Aligning with your highest potential begins with the understanding that you are a unique expression of life, with gifts, talents, and abilities that are meant to shine in the world. Too often, people settle for circumstances, relationships, or opportunities that do not reflect their true capabilities, allowing themselves to be used, undervalued, or diverted from their purpose. To align with your highest potential, you must first awaken to the truth that your life is sacred, that your time and energy are precious, and that nothing external can define your worth unless you permit it. When you commit to this alignment, you create a magnetic energy that draws the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances into your life, while naturally repelling those who would seek to soothe or deplete your energy. The first step in this alignment is self-awareness. It is essential to know your strengths, your passions, and the areas in which you are meant to excel. This is not about pride or comparison with others. It is about clarity regarding your own path. Many people wander through life attempting to fulfill expectations that are not theirs or conforming to roles that do not resonate with their true calling. In doing so, they inadvertently make themselves available to exploitation because they have not established a firm connection to their inner authority. By knowing who you are and what you are capable of, you create a foundation of power from which you can operate consciously, choosing only those opportunities and relationships that honor your potential. To align with your highest potential, it is also necessary to release limiting beliefs. These are the thoughts, fears, and doubts that convince you that you are not enough, that you cannot achieve your dreams, or that others know better than you do what is right for your life. Every time you entertain these beliefs, you lower your energy and make yourself susceptible to being used by those who seek to take advantage of hesitation or self-doubt. Releasing these beliefs is an act of liberation. It is a declaration that you trust your inner guidance, that you recognize the divine intelligence within you, and that you are capable of creating a life that reflects your deepest aspirations. Affirmations, visualization, and consistent focus on your desired outcomes are tools that reinforce this alignment, allowing your potential to become a visible and tangible reality. Another important aspect of aligning with your highest potential is setting boundaries that protect your energy. Not every opportunity, relationship, or demand deserves your attention, time, or effort. To operate at your highest potential, you must discern what serves your growth and what depletes it. This discernment requires courage, self-respect, and clarity of purpose. When you say yes to what aligns with your highest good and no to what does not, you create space for meaningful experiences to enter your life. This practice also signals to the universe that you are serious about honoring your own energy, and life responds by providing circumstances that support your ambitions rather than undermine them. Consistency is another key factor in maintaining alignment with your highest potential. It is not enough to know your gifts and set intentions. You must act daily in ways that reflect your commitment to your own growth and expression. This means showing up fully in your work, your relationships, and your creative endeavors. It means prioritizing actions that expand your skills, knowledge, and influence, rather than expending energy on trivial distractions or attempts to please those who do not appreciate your worth. Consistency reinforces your authority over your life and solidifies your alignment with opportunities that resonate with your true purpose. Alignment also requires resilience in the face of challenges. Life will inevitably present obstacles, critics, and moments of doubt. Yet those who are committed to their highest potential do not allow these external pressures to derail them. Instead, they see difficulties as lessons, as invitations to strengthen their focus, and as reminders to stay grounded in their vision. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to refine your approach, to clarify your intentions, and to reinforce your commitment to your own path. In this way, resilience becomes a tool of empowerment, protecting your energy from being diverted by those who would seek to exploit hesitation or fear. An essential element of aligning with your highest potential is cultivating gratitude and a mindset of abundance. Recognizing the gifts, opportunities, and talents that are already present in your life reinforces the energy of alignment. Gratitude is a vibrational signal that amplifies your ability to attract experiences and people who honor your value and your purpose. When you focus on abundance rather than scarcity, you are naturally less available to those who would attempt to use or diminish you. The universe responds to this energy, creating an environment in which your highest potential can flourish without interference or limitation. Another critical aspect is clarity of intention. To align with your highest potential, you must know not only what you desire, but also why you desire it. Intentions grounded in authenticity, service, and personal growth carry a frequency that guides the universe to conspire in your favor. When you act with intentionality, you are not simply reacting to circumstances or the demands of others. You are consciously co-creating your life. This alignment allows you to recognize opportunities that resonate with your true purpose and to decline situations that are misaligned, further reinforcing your energy and protecting you from being used. Aligning with your highest potential also involves surrounding yourself with people and environments that reflect and amplify your energy. Those who inspire, uplift, and support your growth help you maintain clarity and focus, while those who drain, criticize, or manipulate your energy can impede your progress. Being intentional about your associations is not selfish. It is a strategic and necessary practice to preserve your vibrational integrity. The people and circumstances you allow into your life act as mirrors, reflecting the level of alignment you have with your potential. By choosing wisely, you create an ecosystem that nurtures and empowers your highest expression. Spiritual alignment is also central to realizing your potential, connecting with the divine intelligence within you, trusting in the unseen guidance of life, and maintaining faith in your own creative power strengthens your ability to navigate challenges and opportunities with grace and discernment. Spiritual alignment anchors you in a higher perspective, allowing you to operate from a place of empowerment rather than fear. It ensures that your actions, decisions, and energy are consistently directed toward your highest good, enhancing your capacity to attract experiences that honor and elevate you. Finally, aligning with your highest potential involves a commitment to continuous growth and expansion. You are never static. There is always room to develop new skills, deepen your understanding, and refine your expression of self. By embracing a mindset of lifelong learning and evolution, you maintain a dynamic energy that keeps you vibrant, resilient, and increasingly difficult to exploit. Each step you take in growth, each insight you gain, and each action you take from alignment strengthens the magnetic field of your life, drawing circumstances and people who respect and nor your value, while naturally eliminating those who would seek to use or diminish you.